HCAM News is supported by our viewers and by Hopkinton Drug, located in this historic New England town since 1954. They are a multifaceted store dedicated to providing clients with an array of healthcare options.
And by Webster First Federal Credit Union, providing financial products with attentive customer service to the local families and businesses of Hopkinton. Visit us at websterfirst.com. Hello, and welcome to HCAM News. Tom Nappy at the anchor desk to fill you in with what's happening in Hopkinton. On this edition of HCAM News, I spoke with members of the Friends of Hopkinton organization about the upcoming Hopkinton Day. Peter Mezit talks Marathon Spectacular. We have scenes from the Hopkinton High School Honors Art Show, and Matt Clark has our HCAM Insider. But first, here are some happenings in town you should know about. The Hopkinton school bus application period for 2019-2020 is now open. Students in grades 7 through 12 in the school year 2019 through 2020 who wish to ride the school bus pay a fee for busing. For full information on school busing for next school year, please visit the Hopkinton Public Schools website transportation homepage. The deadline for fee-based busing is May 1st, 2019. Looking for a place to watch this year's Boston Marathon? Your answer could be Weston Nurseries. Peter Mezit recently spoke about the upcoming second annual Marathon Spectacular. On Marathon Monday, the second annual Hopkinton Marathon Spectacular will take place at Weston Nurseries.
Second annual Marathon Spectacular is going to take place on Patriots Day, April 15th, so Marathon Monday at Weston Nurseries, right at the 1 mile marker. We did it last year and it was 38 degrees and raining, but we still had a very good turnout, so we expect quite a large turnout with good weather this year, and we know we're going to have good weather. Like last year, we've got bands, we've got food trucks, and we've got Startline Brewery as a co-sponsor along with Marty's Fine Wines. So we will be open from 7 to 4, and you can get here at any time. It's easiest to get here before 7. The roads are still open. After 7, we've put very succinct directions on our website so people can figure out how to get here and park. No problem. The Hopkinton Police have been terrific. They're going to cooperate with us. So basically coming in from the north is the way you have to do it. And we expect to get a big crowd in early. We'll have the Muffin House, I believe, is committed, which is great. And we've got Say Cheese. We've got PJ's Barbecue. We've got Goodies Kettle Corn, Snappy Dogs. So we've got all those food trucks, and we have Street Food RX as well, and they have gluten-free and vegetarian options. So we got something for everybody here. Breakfast, lunch. Ted Twinney from Startline Brewery and his brother-in-law Jeff will be here serving the beer, and Rachel from Marty's and her team and some of her suppliers will be serving Prosecco in the morning, mimosas, and then wine throughout the day. This year we have a DJ. This guy named Gary Titus is coming out here. He's kind of a well-known DJ in the area, and he's going to keep it more of a party-type atmosphere, keep it going all day. So he starts in the morning and he comes on between sets. The 3 bands are the F-Tones. They'll be on around 11:30. And then we've got Steve Spector and Hot Acoustics around 1:30. And then the last band is called Soul Function Boston, and I think they're based out of the Bose Corporation, and they've played around the country quite a bit. They're pretty well known, and they've got a large group of people. They got about 10 or 12 people in their band, so they're going to finish off. But it'll be fun. It'll be danceable music with the DJ going on in between. Plenty of tents. The whole fundraiser is for the 26.2 Foundation, which is going to raise money in part for the International Marathon Museum, which is just in the early planning stages right now. So we're hopeful that people come out to support that charity. We charge $20 for tickets up to the day of the event and $25 for tickets the day of. Beer and food is all a la carte. Beer is and wine, I should say, is $5 drink tickets. and then the food is a la carte. So all the net proceeds for this event go toward the 26.2 Foundation.
Terrific. And do you recommend people get here early due to the marathon, or can they pretty much come in at any time?
So come early if you can. Be here before 7, before they close the roads. But after they close the roads, they can come at any time if they follow the directions on our website. So go to our website, www.westernnurseries.com, click on the event, Marathon Spectacular, and it's very, very spelled out on how to get here. It's a little bit further around, but you can come in through the back roads and park, no problem.
The Marathon Spectacular is a family-friendly event, and there will be many fun activities for the children.
So the admissions is $20 per ticket before and $25 the day of. Kids 12 and under are for free, so bring families, certainly. There's a whole kids area where we'll have games, and that's sponsored by the YMCA this year, so there's plenty for the kids to do here as well. So some of the kids' activity include this game called Gaga. We've got that going on, which is kind of a dodgeball type game from what I understand. There's Connect 5, there's giant Jenga, face painting, and cornhole going on. So there's a lot of activities for not just the kids, but for everybody.
If you are worried about seeing the marathon, in addition to the marathoners running by, there will be a big TV on site.
New this year also, we're going to have a 12-foot by 8-foot giant television inside our 40 by 60-foot tent that's going to be broadcasting the race. So that kind of creates a little excitement. You can see who's winning at any given time. Of course, our own homegrown Tim Kilduff will be on the back of the WBZ truck, and you'll get to hear him throughout the race as well. So we have that going on too.
For more information about the second annual Marathon Spectacular event, visit westonnurseries.com/Marathon Spectacular 2019. Right after our short break, we have scenes from the Hopkinton High School Honors Art Show. Friends of Hopkinton talk about the upcoming 3rd annual Hopkinton Day. And Matt Clark has our HCAM Insider. A whole lot more ahead. Stay tuned. HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Golden Pond Assisted Living, honoring resident choice, dignity, and independence. Our health and wellness focus keeps residents active. Golden Pond, state-of-the-art senior housing and healthcare services.
This is Keeper, and he is about 2 years old. Was found as a stray. He's currently everybody's favorite here at the shelter among the staff and volunteers. He is, we think, okay with other cats. He hasn't had a lot of interaction with cats here because we haven't had a lot lately. We've been getting a lot of adoptions and stuff, which is great, but he seems to just sort of ignore the other cats. But we're not sure about dogs, but good with everybody else and everything. Just sort of a laid-back cat, big old boy cat.
Welcome back to HCAM News. A lot of great artwork was on display at the Hopkinton Center for the Arts for the annual High School Honors Art Show. Here's a look. The annual Hopkinton High School Honors Art Show took place at the Hopkinton Center for the Arts. The work of 6 very talented artists was on display.
So this is kind of a compilation of everything I've done kind of since going into high school. Just kind of, it's like a highlights reel, you could say.
So I have a couple of water droplets on display that are close up, and a couple of portraits as well that are both black and white and color matching.
Art lessons since I was really little. My grandma first got me into art when I was in like 1st grade. But I've been taking lessons seriously and continuously for about three years now.
A lot of my artwork represents how I feel internally and the messages I want to convey to different people. So I like to put a lot of deeper meaning into my work and use people from real life that are impactful on the person who I'm becoming, and I use that to inspire me to make art.
the show coming up, like I decided to do the digital for this series, and then I just converted everything into like black and white and edited everything out.
So the two photography students, they're in here, Ivy and Patrick. They're both seniors who have been doing photography for like 4 years with me, and this is their second year in a row for the show, so I'm very proud of the work they've done. They have a lot of really high quality photography. It shows a lot of technical expertise and also really, sort of moving portraits, and so it's really exciting to have them in your show.
So the four studio artists that are here this evening are Maddie Nezet, whose work is behind us, who started drawing, I guess, when she was in 7th grade and decided she was no longer interested in being a painter. So some of her work has been made in class, and some of her work has been made outside of class over the course of an extended period of time that she's kind of put into this exploration of really texture is what I think it's been really about. She's obviously a lover of animals, but I think her work has really kind of risen to that level. So we're trying to push her in different directions and get her to think about what it is that these animals mean to her and what she wants to say with her work. And then Linnea is the artist with the cut paper work. And she's just a really thoughtful, interesting kid, real personal vision. All of these students, I would say, at this point, from Celia to Stephanie to Linnea to Maddie, have gotten to the point where they're able to say something really personal with their work, and to decide what materials it is that help them to best communicate whatever it is that they want to say. And it's really just a pleasure to kind of be their art guide and guide them through that process.
And how long did that one take you to do?
I was sitting down at my desk for about 5 weeks, for like maybe 5 hours a day.
So the main one that I think has another meaning is the one of the two high schoolers, I guess, that are resting their heads upon both their shoulders. And for me, that photo really means like unison and finding someone to talk to and just have someone to care about.
I actually set a timer for this one, and then after 20 hours, I forgot to reset my timer again. So, I don't know, probably around 35 hours, yeah.
Wow. How long do your pieces typically take?
Typically like a normal sized one, like around like 11 by 12 or something. Usually 15 hours, like a detailed pencil drawing.
How do you like seeing your pieces hanging up in the HCA?
It's really cool. I've never had this happen before, so I'm really lucky that I was one of the kids chosen to have my work up, and I'm fortunate to be next to such other amazing artists.
Honestly, it feels amazing. It was just a lot of work, like getting them ready and matted and hanging them, and like just tonight it feels amazing that it's all done and just finished.
Tom Nappy here, and I'm here with Sandy Solfaro, Pat O'Brien, and Ann Click. Guys, thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having us.
And you're here to talk about Hopkinton Family Day. It's been a great event the last couple of years, and it always seems to get a great turnout. And there's a lot happening at Hopkinton Family Day. What are some of the things that we can expect at this upcoming Hopkinton Family Day?
Thank you. Well, first of all, the makeup of Hopkinton Family Day is all the nonprofits, organizations, local town-based businesses coming to the field with activities, free activities. Each organization, we ask them to come to the field with an activity that anybody of all ages could, maybe just for children, maybe for adults, could do, but the activity would be free. And that is the nuts and bolts of what happens that day, besides food trucks, local entertainment all day long, and at the end of the night, beautiful fireworks.
I'd say probably the best firework display around.
Yes.
Could you talk about some of the entertainment that's going to be there?
Well, besides on the field that we have the entertainment, we have balloon artists, and we have Maggie the Clown to kind of keep the kids entertained there. We have a great variety of music throughout the day. We haven't nailed down our lineup for this coming year, but last couple of years we've had all local talent. Amanda Maffei has been there. Barbara Kessler and her band has been there. We've had Carl Adams there last year. We've had Steve Spector and the Hot Acoustics. They've been our finale act the last couple of years. And this past year, we've had a high school band. Really, really fabulous. Hopefully they're juniors and they're going to be around this year. But we had a great high school band, and they played some great music, and they really got the crowd going early on in the day.
And when is Hopkinton Family Day this year?
September 14th this year. Starts at 2 o'clock. We can't be more than thankful for the number of volunteers that we've received from the high school. We do need a great deal more of adult volunteers. We can't be, again, more thankful to the sponsors that we receive from around the town. But we do need more volunteers after the events. The day after, we are expanding our food court this year. We get thousands of people the night of the fireworks. There are a lot of people that are engaged in all the events that are happening during the day, the face painting, the, what do you call the bubble, the jumpy houses and everything else. And anybody that wants to, we have our website, Annie.
Friendsofhopkinton.org.
Right.
Terrific.
Anyone that wants to bring in new ideas of activities or anything, we're more than welcome and open to all that. All our support system, like the police, fire, the DPW, we can't thank enough. We have our dunk tank, and any old-fashioned ideas from, like we have our tug of war. If you want to come up with a new activity, we're more than welcome.
Any ideas of who's going to be in the dunk tank this year?
We're still thinking. We're still thinking.
So what are some of the things that you need volunteers for?
Well, first, if we can get the main one, we'd love to have some new volunteers to our organization. You know, I was fortunate enough to come on a couple of years ago, and was here for the wasn't here on the board for the 300th anniversary that this organization got involved in, but we morphed into the Friends of Hopkinton after that, and I've been involved in the last 2 family days, and we definitely could use some more volunteers in the group, because this, believe it or not, is a year-long planning process, and along with our Ham and Bean karaoke night in February, we always could use the help. As far as that day or surrounding this event, we always can use help with the setup of it. And during the day, we have some posts that we tried to have high school kids man them, but just because of the nature of what we need them to do, it turns out it's better if we have an adult doing that than a high school kid.
Right.
So we're looking for some adults, just basically some traffic posts and some watching over certain events that is better off if an adult is doing it. And then certainly if students or adults have time on Sunday, the day after the event, we all members show up about 8 o'clock the next morning, and we need to just pick up the high school to make sure it's in the way that we found it,
Right.
so we get invited back next year. So
It's a year-long process. It just doesn't happen like a couple of months before.
Right.
It's a year-long process of all this happening. It's like the marathon. It happens like the day after the event.
And you have a lot of events leading up to it as well, I understand.
Well, we have our family karaoke is a fundraising event, but it's, you know, you got to pull permits, you got to get insurances, you got to get sponsors. It's a, ask Annie and Pat, they're at meetings all the time.
Right.
And Paul and the people that can run around and do it. It's a year-long process.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the Friends of Hopkinton meet once a month, okay? So it's not daunting. If anyone would like to join us, we'd love to have new membership. We do meet once a month throughout the year. We might take one summer night, one summer month off, but and then we break out into if we need a smaller committee to get things done. But it's a great group of people.
Oh, we love.
And I understand there's I'm sorry. I understand there's a Hopkinton 101 coming up.
Yes.
That informs about the Friends of Hopkinton.
Well, there's going to be several organizations at Hopkinton 101 at the library on March 30th from 10 to 2. We're just one of the organizations that signed up to be there, and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions, to welcome anybody who would like to become a member or any adult volunteer to speak to us that day. Plus our website, and we'll have forms for organizations who would be interested in joining us this year, new ones, but we'll be contacting our previous organizations this month. So anybody who has been part of Family Day will be hearing from us this month, but anyone new, they can go to our website or speak to us on Hopkinton 101. We'd like to mention a couple of things, too, that is, the fire chief has made a point of making it public that drones are not allowed on Family Day, okay? We know everybody loves that. It's exciting,
Right.
but it's not available, it's not allowed on Family Day. So I wanted to mention that.
Yeah, it can certainly be dangerous at times. I'm sorry, did you want to?
Yeah, I said, we really have a lot of fun and communication after the meetings. They're held at my house, and if everyone partakes and takes a little piece of work to do, it's not burdening to anybody. We really are enthusiastic. That's why the group didn't want to disband after the 300th, and we wanted to have community service still partake and move on, and this is why we're doing this, and we love it. So, I mean, it's fun.
Yep. Sandy said, if we're not going to have fun, we're not going to do it. And I said, okay, well, we're going to have fun, and we have. It is a great group, but we are way open to having new faces. Absolutely love to have new people.
And even though we like the feel of Old Hopkinton and the way things used to be, we do realize that time has come. New people are in town, new ideas and events and ways of doing things, especially with the social media and stuff like that. Right. So, we'd love to have young blood come into the organization with new ideas, young ideas to help us, carry this group to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys are a great community group, and this event, I know everybody looks forward to it. Good. And we're certainly looking forward to it this year as well. Thanks for all you guys do for the community.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Tom.
All right, well, there you have it. Hopkinton Family Day, September 14th this year. And if you want to help out the Friends of Hopkinton, you could find them online at
friendsofhopkinton.org.
A whole lot of programming is coming up on the HCAM channels. Standing by to tell you all about it is Matt Clark with our HCAM Insider.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the HCAM Insider. I'm Matt Clark, and here's what's happening this week on HCAM. On Friday, March 29th at 5 p.m., poet and musician duo Phil and Trisha Knutson share the work they create together on a new episode of Wake Up and Smell the Poetry. On Monday, April 1st at 6:30 p.m., Mayor McLeod sits down with Hopkinton police officers to discuss how seniors can protect themselves from scam artists on a new episode of Senior View. And at 7 p.m., the Zoning Advisory Committee meeting will air live on HCAM TV. On Wednesday, April 3rd at 6:30 p.m., Mary Arnott sits down with members of EHOP as they prepare for the upcoming town meeting on a new episode of All About Hopkinton. And at 7 p.m., the Hopkinton Appropriations Committee meeting will air live on HCAM TV. And on Thursday, April 4th at 7 p.m., the Hopkinton School Committee meeting will air live on HCAM Ed. And also on HCAM Ed, the Hillers Ice Hockey Playoffs versus Wachusett game will air. If you want to know more about all of HCAM shows before they air, then head over to hcam.tv/connect, where you can sign up for our HCAM Insider newsletter. Or if you want to know more about what's happening in Hopkinton, you can sign up for our daily news updates. That's all for this week's Insider. I'm Matt Clark, and as always, thanks for watching. Back to you, Tom.
Thank you, Matt. That will just about do it for this edition of HCAM News. Don't forget, you can stay up to date with everything Hopkinton by checking out our website, hcam.tv, as well as our Twitter and Facebook page. Be sure to head over to our website for the latest happenings in our community and check out the Hopkinton Community Calendar to take a look at upcoming events in town. If you have a Hopkinton-related video, photo, or story idea, I want to hear from you. Email me at news@hcam.tv. With your help, we'll cover even more of our community. For everyone here at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. We leave you now with the current community listings and upcoming government meetings. As always, thanks for watching HCAM News. Take care and happy Red Sox opening week. On Marathon Monday, the second annual Hopkinton Marathon Spectacular will take place at Weston Nurseries.
Second annual Marathon Spectacular is going to take place on Patriots Day, April 15th, so Marathon Monday, at Weston Nurseries, right at the 1 mile marker. We did it last year and it was 38 degrees and raining, but we still had a very good turnout, so we expect quite a large turnout with good weather this year, and we know we're going to have good weather. Like last year, we've got bands, we've got food trucks, and we've got Startline Brewery as a co-sponsor along with Marty's Fine Wines. So we will be open from 7 to 4, and you can get here at any time. It's easiest to get here before 7. The roads are still open. After 7, we've put very succinct directions on our website so people can figure out how to get here and park. No problem. The Hopkinton Police have been terrific. They're going to cooperate with us. So basically coming in from the north is the way you have to do it. And we expect to get a big crowd in early. We'll have the Muffin House, I believe, is committed, which is great. And we've got Say Cheese. We've got PJ's Barbecue. We've got Goody's Kettle Corn.